What up to all my YouTubers, to all my YouTube friends, family? Yeah man, big up on yourself. This is your boy Byron here, coming to you with another video. This video is titled, as it says, Men, make yourself first. I could say put yourself first. And subtitle would be the kind of woman that men, as I allude to the other video where I was speaking about women retaining male DNA, you know, the negative side of promiscuous lifestyle. And I want to just talk about men putting themselves first. And some persons might see it as selfish where I'm gonna come from. The point of it I'm gonna make. And this video is has been something that I wanted to do for a very long time. Right? Men, there's nothing wrong. Let me start by saying there's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. Let me just say this to you. Nobody likes a man who cannot. Let me try to use proper English because we know we have some international viewers that might watch this video, will be watching this video. Here in Jamaica we have our native Creole, we call it patois. So sometimes you might hear me use some terms, so I will try to keep it as English friendly as possible for you guys. Men, put yourself first. No one likes a man that is a whiner. No man like a man, woman, or even your own friend, male friends. People are not attracted to unsuccessful persons. That's just the way the world works. Today world works. And that is the reason why you should put yourself first. I'm going to say this to you guys. If you have money, never take your money and say, it's going to be very hot now. Now send no woman go to school before you send yourself. Ensure it's that money you have. If you're going to university, you see, if you can work that money and have that money, that means you have ambition, right? And you, as a man, your mother and father would have, maybe it's only a mother, maybe it's only a father, but let us assume your mom and dad would have invested their time and hard-earned money into you. You need to find yourself into a school, start a business, get a skill. Let us just say that you don't have the money to start a business, but you have the money to go to university or to college or to a training institution. Push yourself to the limit where you can get your masters. You can get, if it's here in Jamaica, we have NVQs and we have City and Guilds, and some of these things, City and Guilds and NVQ, are actually on the level now of the tertiary level qualification, because things have changed. Where you can get with Heart, we have an institution called Heart, NVQ provider, NVQJ, National Vocational Qualification. Getting a level 4 is like having an associate degree. A level 5 is a bachelor's degree now, and they are pretty reasonable, cost effective. You just need to have a school fee. A couple of days ago, the Prime Minister did away with the with the fees for up to level 4. A level 3 is like a diploma. A level 2 is like a certificate. You can go all the way to level 8. You can get up to what they call a professional doctorate or something like so within the NVQ, whole NVQ structure. But what I'm saying to you guys, you need to put yourself first. You need to ensure that you have an education, you have a skill, and then the woman will come after you. I'm going to say this again, guys. Never be too quick to go and run and live with no woman. I make no apology when I say this. I will not take it back. I make no apology when I say this. It is one of the worst things that a man can ever do, by going and living with a woman. Let me tell you that. Because she will disrespect you, she will treat you, she will belittle you, and she will look down on you. And that is the nature of them. That is how they are. That's a fact. Now, when I say this to you guys, you might say, then no, if you do, sometimes you have to rough it out as a man. Sometimes you don't want to stay in your mother place, in your father place. But rough it out there. Stay there and rough it out. Maybe the best thing to rough it out. Because some of us don't have any choice and we have to make a decision, and we have to, circumstances cause us to make certain decisions. I would know, I can tell you. But if you have the opportunity not to make that decision which I have just said, I would advise every man, do not go to a woman's house and live. It is imperative as a man for you to spread your own genetical material, get your own children. And that is why I said to you, put yourself first. Don't put no family. And I'm going to say this now. You have some people that live them life careless. Whether your mother, whether your father, whether your uncle, whether your auntie, whether your brother, any one of them that live them life careless. And because of their own doing, they would find themselves in certain situation. Do not put yourself in a position where you find yourself having to take up these persons' responsibility and taking care of them. If you do so, you will die. Maybe not figuratively, but maybe not literally, but figuratively. And let me just give you an analogy. I would have learned this. It was said that if you see a friend or anyone, it could have been a good friend or family, and they are drowning, and you want to rescue them, the first thing that you need to do is to get something that is strong, that will float, like a big 5-gallon bottle, oil bottle, gasoline jug, something that is corked where no water can get into, that will float like a tube or a board or something that they can hold on to. But it also can be a shield between you and the person, and you put it to the person, let the person hang on to that. Right? That means the person, listen, don't hang on to me, hang on to this. This will hold up. I will sink you. You're firm with them. You don't. When you go out there, you can't be weak. And the moment they try to grab onto you, you double your fist and you punch them straight in the face. You hear what I'm saying to you? The moment you go out there, you bring that object that should protect you. Because the first thing, if they jump on your back, you are going to sink and both of you are going to drown. So the moment you carry something to save their life and you put it in front of them, you say, listen, you are drowning, hang on to this. And that person don't listen to you and try to jump on top of you, he might die, You double your fist and you punch him right in the face, center, dead on, and get him off you. If you do not do that, and you can look up what I just said to you, punch them right in the face. Look it up. If you don't do that, you will be a dead person, because they are going to get on top of you and they are going to sink you. That is how life is. Don't sorry for anybody who have made their mistakes. That's not your problem. That's their problem. Them get involved with them loan and them debts. That's not your problem. They took out their loan, they took out their debts. A woman, she went around and she had multiple sex partners. She lived a careless life and she did what she did and she get pregnant with many different men. That's not your problem. You don't need to go take up a next man kid. Not your problem that. Look out for yourself. That's not your problem. Brother get himself involved in crime. Now he need a lawyer. He wasn't working to save any cash. Or maybe he flasted all of the money that he would have gained in his criminal endeavors. That's not your problem. None of that is your problem. Your problem is to focus on your life, to ensure that you, the individual, is successful in life. That when you reach a certain age and you begin to have children and you want to get children, you are in a position to do so, to get kids. People are only concerned about themselves and their offspring and their family member. That is how selfish humans are. And therefore you as an individual need to be selfish just the same in order to survive. Not being selfish like that, you're gonna get, can't say certain things on the platform. Have to keep it real. But you're gonna get what they don't get. So that is important. Another thing I'm gonna say to young men, don't make no woman skin, and you know what I'm talking about, lead you astray. A lot of us men allow woman middle part to lead us astray. I say this to any man. If the only purpose of you having a woman is just because of sex, you can go a road, you can pay for it. And in fact, it is even cheaper. Because the fact that you take up a woman and you have to take up all her responsibility and she's not being of any benefit to you as an individual, mean that them stressing you out. And if they are stressing you out and causing problem for you, this has cheap you live your life how you see fit. Because at the end of the day, they are not bringing anything to the table to elevate you as a man. All they are there to do is to suck you dry like a cancer. And that is what, even here in Jamaica, that is what most women are. They are like plagues. A lot of them are like cancer. When you say these things, they are upset. But it's the truth, and I tell men this. A lot of men I've seen within my own family, men who have made stupid decisions. Some of them dead and gone, and after those shame me and say, boy, they really made some stupid decisions. They leave nothing in terms of a legacy for some of their kids, even for us as grandchildren, grandparents, grandfathers, as I've seen it. You understand what I'm saying? So I am saying this as a warning to men. Look out for your own interests. The next thing, don't let no religion, a church, and a pastor, and a bishop, and a priest, and nobody, no parents, and a friend, and nobody at all tell you the kind of woman where you have to pick up. You must do your assessment, and I'm going to tell you the kind of woman that I would not pick up, and I would not encourage my son to pick up. I can't tell him, say, son, I forbid you. I can say that, listen, these are the persons that I would not date because of X, Y, and Z. These are the red flags. You make your decision afterwards. But I just telling you. And I can point and show you all the examples here and whatever, and give you my life story of what I would have been through. This is some women, and I'm going to start with this. These are some of the women, men, young men who just left school, 18, to the one where somehow big head bud when I learn of how when I learn. These are the women if you avoid, especially Gen Z. Any girl you see a bore up them body part. I said it in the previous video. Tongue ring. A woman can have an earring, two nice earring. I know some churches don't agree with it. I listen to Reverend Jennings. I know he doesn't share certain sentiments, but even so, that I know that some person are not going to believe, are going to accept what he says. I can say that, listen, if a woman have two earring, bad or no bad, I would prefer she have none. But given today's world, make me understand the whole dynamics. When a woman start to bore up the whole entire corner, I mean, telling you this as men, them thing you can't take and know them, know the Jezebel them. You see, from them start to bore up them ears corner, and these are the one where the woke people them, the people them, the modern people them, the people them will say anybody free to live them life. And I'm gonna read a scripture after I dive through this. The people them where say them have the right to do whatever. Yeah man, them people woman you see a bore up them ears corner all the way, the whole them ears bore up. Some long ears ring from one end to the next. Nose ring, tongue ring, tattoos, bleaching, piercing for them clitoris, navel piercing, consistently at nail technician on these places, and constantly have to be being fake. You see those fakers, young men, we can't tell them they stay far from them, have nothing to do with them. If you know what is good for you, you run next direction when you see them coming. Run. If you are in your church, if you are grown in a church environment, your parents them are religious people, whether mosque, church, or synagogue, and you have young women inside there who you investigate them family, you check them out, you date probably a couple of them first, see where them headspace is, and then you settle with somebody, with one of them that you see. Nobody is perfect. Don't look for a perfect woman. She can't be perfect. You settle with somebody who can be that helpmate for you. Somebody that will love you and love you for who you is. And it is good because both of you would love each other and will develop a natural bond. And in fact, the children that you have will be between you and her. And if some should go bad, unfortunately, in today's world, where things go bad, at least that those kids are within a marital home, so you know that is your kid. If you and she separated, God forbid it, you still take care of your children them, She might not have no need to go out there to get no more kids because she don't have her kids them with you and have an understanding with that. The moment you look for a woman like that, you're good. Don't be naive. Don't take up yourself and run go at a church and look woman who you don't know nothing about. If you're a man will come off of the road and you're worldly, and me not even advise if you run going to church go look no woman because you don't know nobody in there. I would rather you, if you have a girlfriend out the road and she a good woman in your eyes, it's better you bring her to the church to want to get saved, or if that's what you want and she want that, and live in a life, at least you know who you're getting involved with, because in many of these churches, when these women live them life from them 18 to 25, 26, 27, and them don't know, because that is the reality of today's world. They are promiscuous. They will live and they will try to find the best man, because what them are searching it. They want this perfect individual and they want him to be a six-figure person making six-figure, about the upper six figures per month, 600,000-700,000 per month, blah blah blah, them kind of something there. Them a search, and if they don't find it by the time they reach a certain age, they would have gone through a dozen of men. I don't encourage no young man to take up no woman with no high body count. The next video they talk about, does sperm live in a woman, or basically saying women who have multiple sex partner, the sperm of all of those men live within her. You can watch that video. That video is inside of this playlist. You can go and look at it and read the article that I put inside here. It's very informative. I never knew these things until I begin to read and dive along in it, and I heard it and I watched the video. Just watch the video shot and have an idea. And sometime this week I began to read the article, and when I began to read the article and see what it was saying, I was shocked. And when I realized that Google was taking down the articles, I found one place that kept the article, a medical center in Nigeria, just to show how woke Western society is. So I tell you this, young men, be careful. Spend time building yourself, your health. Go to the gym if you have to go to the gym. If you have a workout freak, if you play football, if you play cricket, keep yourself healthy, eat healthy. Study, always study, improve your mental capacity, your cognitive up yourself. Right? Women to stay far from, women without fathers. I'm going to talk about this now. If a woman do not have a father figure in her life, it is highly likely that she will never ever respect your authority as a man. She will never, because all she saw was her mother struggling with her, and it's all about her and her mother and her mother and her mother, and she will always be talking to her female friends and all of them something. Them woman is no woman to marry to, my brother. Brothers listening to me, those are no women to marry to. Because the first thing, if she's not going to subject herself to your leadership as a man, you don't need that in your life. You as a man, you don't need an next man in your bed, because it's like you're sleeping with an next man. It's like two men sleeping together in the same bed. You need a woman to sleep with. You don't need a man to sleep with unless you're gay. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys here, most of you guys here, would assume you're not. Not to say that people don't have the right to be whatever they want to be, but my channel doesn't cater for homosexual lifestyle. That's not my thing. My thing is to straight men who want to benefit themselves and uplift themselves. I can't lie, I've made mistakes in my life, and that is why I'm doing this video, because I'm saying to you men, do not sorry for no family member. Don't sorry for people. People have lived their life. People have made messed up decisions. When they were making their decisions, they would not have thought about you. So you need to ensure that you think about yourself and your personal development. That is what you need to think about. You need to get your own children, your own seed, your own offspring, your own biological material. If you're left on earth, that's when you're dead, your name and your genetics can continue upon earth. That is why you hear some men say they don't want no single mothers. You have to understand, especially men who do not have children, they are not interested. One of the reasons for it is that that man will never be the priority of that woman's life. The child will always be her priority, which rightfully so, picking a priority, The next thing is that the deadbeat father that got her pregnant, he's no longer around and he cares less. He not care about nothing. And What you find happen is that somewhere along the line, this deadbeat shithouse who got her pregnant not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and somehow you is being chastised for the fact that this man would not have done his duty. You don't need that in your life, man. What you need in your life is peace. You need quiet. Me know say woman nagging sometime, but let it be that when you come home to your house, the children that are there where she are nag you about and the things and where she are nag you about is because you as a man make them, or you get her pregnant, or you are see them, or your responsibility then, so she are nag you about it. Yeah man, take it nagging because you are nagging, you forget nagging because you go there. You can't say yes, I'm my family, so I have to be a man, I have to man up, I have to do what I have to do. But do not make it be a case where you are suffering because of some other people's mistake that they would have made. You don't know nothing about these people and their mistake, but somehow you are drawn into all of that. That is not your problem. Make people go about them business, go to them business, and don't give. And this is the next thing before I'm gonna end this video. The next thing I'm gonna say to you: never give a woman your strength. It's your strength as a man, your strength where God give you, your physical strength. You see, if you're gonna give it to a woman, make sense of the woman that you're giving it to. Is your wife or your baby mother? Wife and baby mother. Why I say this to you? At least your legacy, your offspring, them, your pitney them, your biology, your blood, your sperm, your everything, where you are mine. You know, say when you give her your strength, and I'm gonna give you an example. Because I love and respect my father, and I have to respect him for what he did. We have our disagreement from time to time, but I big him up. And this is what I'm gonna say. When my father and my mother split, even when my mother went back to the home that she came from, and she was no longer in the matrimonial home, my father ensured that me and my brother was taken care of, and he did not go and demand sexual favor from my mother because if she want her money, he must forgive her and she have to give him. No, nothing like that. My father is a principled man. The next thing he did, them days are all time, there's outside bathroom. People know about pit latrine. In Jamaica we live poor country, and for those of you guys overseas, we used to in the country, in the rural side of Jamaica. I know that probably in the States, in the way back in the era, these things were. And I can tell that my father would have ensured that when the one that we had went down, he fixed the one that was there. He built a new one. Basically, he helped with getting a new one built. Basically, so he never left it on my mother and my mother family and say, "Oh, I'm not living there, so I don't care about that." Like what most young men do today. From them that they with the woman, even they are taking care of their children, they could care less about what happens in the home. My father ensured that he went there, he bought cement, he buy other material, and him do it. He helped and he done it, and it was a group of person doing it, and they all did it, and it was done, and it was a beautiful outside bathroom that we country people used to. Now we have inside bathroom and all of these things, no modern amenities now. We can't afford these things because we're poor. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you men, don't give no woman your strength who don't have no biological link to you. If you are going to send a woman go to school, make sense that you go to school first. She have a child and she married. She have a kid for you, and you send her back to school. Yeah man. And that is the way it's supposed to be. Because at that time you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for your child. You're doing it for your kid, because if you should die a man and you want to know that your wife, your girlfriend, whoever she's educated enough to help your kid. Don't send no woman to school. I've seen men, pastors, I've seen friends, I've seen a lot of men, what I know personally, would have done this crap. And one of them I know him lose him head. Me now call no name. For those of you who watch the video who know who he is, we know what we're talking about. Right? And he was a pastor. And we heard the rumors. We heard rumors about all that went down. Right? But what I'm saying is this. No make no woman determine your future. And if you come to the test and you realize you have to split and go about your business and move on with your life, Do what you need to do as men. Don't let nobody run your head. Always have a backup plan. I always have a backup plan. Have a backup that just in case she becomes tyrannical, oppressive, and decides that she's going to F you up, have a backup plan. Because women are like that, they are naive, they are kumouching, them can be very destructive, and there's a whoop of things them can do to you. And I advise young men, be wise. Don't make no woman vagina lead you astray. Samson from the Bible. And I'm going to read this passage before I go. This is the passage. And it talks about sexual immorality. Right? It says, I'm going to read us two or so verses. Verses 12. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, reading from verses 12. I have the right to do anything you say, but not everything is beneficial. So I have the right to do anything. I can go eat one dog, I can go do all kind of things, but is it right? No. It also go back and say I have the right to do anything, but I will not be mastered by anything. You say food, you say, and food for the stomach and stomach for food, and God will destroy both. So let us put it this way, my friends and my supporters. Like the video, share the video. All of what you do, you feel say it right, you feel say it good, but sometimes it's in vain, it's foolishness. And what God is saying there, for those of us who believe in God, now some of you might not, but for those of us who do, it's all saying to you that listen, at the end of the day, I know everything what you do makes sense, and you need to think about what you're doing, because it's not everything beneficial to you. Look out for you, put yourself first. Do not put any woman, no family member, and if you put a woman in front of you, she has to be your wife and she has to have your kids then. That means at the end of the day, you know, so you put your family first. If it's not your family, don't put nobody in front of you. Period. I leave these words of wisdom because I had to learn the hard way, and by learning I am sharing, and I want you to learn. Like the video, big up the video, like up the video, as them say, sir. Touch the notification bell, subscribe, and share this video with young men. I am trying to start a campaign to wake up, especially Jamaican weak-minded, fool man them. Cause no found no idiot, no found no some big head bud. As a man say, no for them, no found no girl them their work. F the boss them, sex the boss them. The boss them tell them to go buy them lunch, they run go buy the boss lunch. But if you look on them and beg them a cup of water, they refuse from give it to you. People like woman like them, they're not good woman, and man like a own way allow them thing that happen. Or many of us will allow if I put myself in there to could happen me to me and me never know. We are some big head, but so since I would have learned a lot, I am sharing with you guys. Be wise. I say be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Thanks for watching the video. Like the video, share the video, and peace and out.